Okay, so a very quick YouTube style tutorial, catfish style, for you guys making the video for Weston Park Museum. Here we go. So I'm using Final Cut. If you're using Premiere, it's very similar, but I'll show you it in Final Cut. So here's the screen. Probably not in focus that. Set yourself up a new project. There we go. Got the set base to the first video clip or custom. I'm going to go custom and I'm just going to show you that there. So that's a HD 1080p 1920 by 1080 29.97 frames per second. That's what I normally do things at. That'll be fine for this. So I go OK, and then you see we have our timeline here where you're going to put your content. So there we've got a film that I'm putting together for the Fairground Archive. You can see it there playing on the screen, fairly full size, fairly standard. So that's your content there. Now, I've sent you some PDFs which I've called masks, and I'll just go find those. So these are my masks. So I'm going to grab this PSD and this PSD, stick those in there like that. You can see those in the timeline there. So if I now run my playhead past those, I get that. Now basically all these do is give you the dimensions of the area of the projector which we're going to be using to project onto the museum. Now depending on what software you're using, you'll probably have to change your blend mode. So obviously Final Cut, click on the mask I'm using, come to blend mode, and if you click on normal, you get that. I'm going to click on what it is on here, which is Silhouette Luma, I think, and you get a sort of reversed with the blend there. So you can see that comes through there, and then yeah, that's completely opaque. Click on it up to blend mode, and on here it's Silhouette Luma, and I get that. So as you can see now, the content underneath is showing through, and the PDF I've sent you is just acting as a mask. So you can fit the content to fit that. You can cut between full screen and partial screen, and you can use just that space really to key up and to use your content to project onto the museum. It has to kind of come in like this. Obviously the black won't project, so you'll just get that, and I'll show you a few clips of what it looks like on the museum. So basically here you've got 3 screens. So if I move that something a bit bigger, like maybe to here, you can have 3 screens with 3 different sets of content going, as you can see there. So as we get to full screen, you'll see the screen filling with 3 different sets of content as we go along. Hope that makes sense for you. Any questions, save them up and ask them in one go. Bye for now.
The greatest thing a human soul ever does in this world is to see something and tell what it saw in a plain way. To see clearly is poetry, prophecy, and religion all in one. Wake, thankfully. Stand humbly. Walk slowly. Travel widely. Read avidly. See clearly. What it does in this world is to see something and tell what it saw in a plain way. To see clearly is poetry, prophecy and religion all in one. Wake thankfully. Stand humbly. Walk slowly. Travel widely. Read avidly. See clearly. Speak plainly. Ask simply. Answer